We'll get a bit more of an idea with Texas Presidents, that to say the least.
Duck, you've spoken about Paul Quimby as being possibly a bit of a inconvenience in this race for some others,
Yes.
but I mean, Texas President's not going to stick himself to the fence exactly, and neither is Vista Weird, as we know. So for a greyhound that is drawn well, can run 34-1, is he another that we're sleeping on?
A little bit, but I think he's probably not benefited by the smaller field here, Paul Quimby. Paul Quimby needs that full field to be out in front, have a bit of trouble behind, kick late and win. I just think with the strong types like Texas President, Vista Weird, who are probably going to land very close to him, and Espoir coming across from wide, and even Dr. Paris has been performing really well on the provincial circuit. She's had some great runs at Sale. She's an up-and-coming little stayer, this girl. Keep your eye on her over the coming months, Dr. Paris. Another one that's good for your trifectas and first fours at a big price.
Yep. Nath, you're with Vista Weird. I mean, 160, Duck was saying it's too short. Is you sort of leaning that way as well?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be taking 160. It's most probably a no-play race
Way
for me.
too short.
He's most probably a 180, 190 pot, but nonetheless, they've really, launched into him and tucked him up. But he is the most logical winner for mine. Espoir is most probably the one that's a slightly, larger price than it should be. If Brad Fitton's got the miles into her legs after a few weeks off and a full here at Sandown, she could dictate from the front. And as we've seen in that replay, she's not an easy greyhound to get past. She put 34-2 on the board at the Meadows the week prior. She's the most probably one that represents a little bit of value to me because she'll be dictating in front, and that's where you need to be.
At the start of the last leg of the quality race, number 8, the SOS Abbott Tribute Man tonight. $1.55 Vista Weird, $5.50 Texas President Espoir, $5.50, $8 Paul Quimby, Nango Charm at 21, Dr. Paris at 100-1.
Thanks, Tim. And the consensus is that Vista Weird, the most likely winner, but possibly under the odds. He just looks to be a class above here, Nathan Rooney.
Yeah, he's a group dog racing in mixed grade 4 and 5 over what looks to be his sweet distance, 595. Couple of vacant boxes helps him get to the middle of the part of the track where he needs to race. Espoir's the one that most probably represents a bit of value. She was able to beat Vista Weird a couple of weeks ago, and she's got plenty of early speed. She can overcome the wide draw. 1, Paul Quimby's racing well, and 2, Texas President.
And Duck, a bit more value in your eyes.
Yeah, I just think Texas President might be the one who's just smoking the pipe along the fence here. If Paul Quimby is out in front, I'm hoping he maybe drives Vista Weird mad. I just can't get into him at $1.50. It's just far too short here. Texas President on a 1x3 type bet with the no third dividend, keep that in mind. But I think Texas President's been the forgotten runner here, and he's a great value play. 2, 3, 8 and 6.
And there's that QR code for TAB customers to get involved in Without a Trace. $8 there. She's currently $4 for the Group 1 Sandown Cup, which is race 9. Get involved in that. In the meantime, this is race 8. Let's head up the dam.
Small field, and the Sandown Cup is next. They're set to run race 8. Ready. And away, Vista Weird was slow to go. Espoir's got great toe, gets a cross. Espoir leads up, Paul Quimby pushing through. Vista Weird's now charging between runners. Oh, he barred through, Espoir put her out wide, and railing through was Nangar Charm. Back to the inside, Dr. Paris. Last of all was Texas President. Vista Weird is 3 deep and looping them. Goes up to take the lead. Paul Quimby trying to come back. Back on the inside, Nangar Charm. Then came Dr. Paris. It's been no luck for Vista Weird, but he's still in front. Paul Quimby's coming again. Vista Weird. Vista Weird, a big, big win. Beat Paul Quimby and Nangar Charm. Next in Dr. Paris ahead of Texas President and Espoir. 34 and 30 is the run.
Well, Vista Weird wins. Not awfully convincing. It seemed like Paul Quimby wanted to stop, start, and just wait for Vista Weird to loom back up. And in the end, if he did take what was roughly even money early on, 170. Geez, you take a deep breath after that, boys. That was a tough watch if you got involved at the shorts.
Yeah, well, he got the start wrong. He was, benefited with no boxes 4 or 5 there on his outside, which allowed him to punch through. And then I think the key factor, without watching the replay, was Espoir was 3 wide. And it was exactly the point that she had a tumble a few weeks ago. And I think she was going to corner Vista Weird in at that stage. And she just lacked a bit of racing confidence here. And that allowed him then to punch through and get out after Paul Quimby. Just this point of the corner here. She just lacked a little bit of confidence. That's where she hit the deck a couple of weeks ago, and I think that was a key factor in that. But that let Vista Weird then get outside of Paul Quimby, use that mid-race brilliance, and then they were both kind of like rocking horses going up and down on the spot in the last 100 metres. From this point of the corner onwards, nothing was really making ground, but they weren't pulling away from each other. And Paul Quimby just getting a little bit wide, Vista Weir holding that line late, and was just class prevailed. But yeah, 34.29 on a truck that's played very good tonight. Nothing great in the sections, nothing great in the run home. It was workmanlike, but punters breathe a sigh of relief if you took the shorts, and that early stage is just having that room there without 4 and 5 coming down on him through the corner. This vision's wonderful to have, isn't it?
Sensational there. That showed you that there, right there, that Texas President probably actually began almost too well, a bit better than I anticipated, and then he got that check that spat him out the back. Paul Quimby did what I was hoping him to do to get Texas President into the race, but because of that check Texas President copped early in the event, he was just too far off the lead, and that the mid-race acceleration that Vista Weird showed. And what I liked about that win, sure, the time wasn't necessarily there, but things went pear-shaped, and he still won. And at the short odds there, the punters got the lot.
So probably not a lot to take out of it. I think one thing that I definitely will have in the back of my mind was the performance of Paul Quimby. He seemed to stop and go, and I think he might have done that in the past as well. So keep an eye. Yes?
Yes.
There we go. So we'll keep an eye on that.
He's a hard dog to catch and a hard dog to place for Corey and Sam Grenfell, because they drop him over 500, he can't keep up early. He flashes. They put him to 600. He kind of up on speed and finds a way to get beat. They stretched him to 700 last week. Yeah.
Great place bet.
Yep, and he's made 112,000 or in prize money. So he's been a great dog to him. But
100%.
He's a hard dog for them to train and place, and he's always around the mark without landing the knockout punch too often.
There's probably a few dogs like that where, as much as they're more place chances and winning chances, if they place in the city every week, then just keep sending them around.
Yeah, well, that's why he's got 112,000, back 115, closer to 115 now after that runners-up effort in the bank. So he's been a wonderful dog for the kennel, and the ability's still there, and he's a dog that can range over and race over all 3 distances, which is a good asset to have as well.